Damn it! See, this is why we shouldn't take a break. Right, I'll do that again.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
At least Sarah told us.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
There's other people in the chat that could have been like, John's talking, he ain't saying shit. Right,
I was just
welcome,
wondering,
ladies
We
and
were just
gentlemen.
sitting in silence for like 20 minutes.
No, they could hear you, just not me.
Yeah, but none of us were talking.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Misadventure, blah 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 blah. We've been away for a while. Nellie's moved house. Bob has got a new webcam and better internet. Matt's been applying for jobs, and I started a YouTube channel with Chizzy. So, on that, the podcast has been put on a break for a little bit because everybody was moving, or like Nellie was moving, and I was doing other stuff and super
stuff was a bit
tired.
wild, to say
Yes.
the least.
So, we're back. It's going to every 2 weeks from now on. And every week, every time that we're on, someone else will be leading the show. Just to take some of the pressure off myself because YouTube is stressful, yo. Just as a quick announcement on that front, right now, if you search for Misadventure Inc. on YouTube, if you haven't already subbed, there's a Team Sonic Racing Versus up. That went live 20 minutes ago, so enjoy that. Mario Maker does really well on YouTube. It does
That's 'cause it's Mario Maker. and
stupidly well on
it
YouTube.
does wonders. It does wonders.
Oh.
More lights. Me.
Just so I
It's
put up
fine. You're just one big pixel for me.
I put up Mario Maker 8 o'clock yesterday, and we had like 10 views in the first 2 hours. I was like,
Wow.
Jesus. It hasn't gone up much since, but then I've not been
So
actively
many.
promoting. So,
Mm.
anyway, for a channel that's barely started, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're taking every win we can think of.
I-
Mhm.
Every view.
So there is a little bit of because obviously Bob uploads to our YouTube channel as well. So there's a little bit of sort of friendly competition I'm trying to instill in, which is beat the views. So look at the most recent thing uploaded or the highest thing uploaded and see which part of the team uploaded that, whether it was me and Chizzy or Bob, and then step
And
up your
vote accordingly to who you like.
step up. No, this is just between
Next one
us.
will be voted
This
off.
is not for anybody else.
We're gonna remove us each from the podcast.
Um.
Gonna get eliminated.
It's designed to step up our game in terms of quality and just basic general quality of the videos. So, higher your views. If you can top the top views, then you're in the hot seat for the time being.
Yep.
So,
And you get a chocolate bar.
Well,
you don't get a chocolate bar unless you can buy one.
Oh, well, if you did, well, that's why I don't upload.
a theoretical.
video.
chocolate bar.
Well, the thing is, every time I win, I can buy the
Pat yourself on the
chocolate
back.
bar and award it to myself.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Perfect.
Positive reinforcement, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps us going.
Self-compassion.
So, since I am mentally and physically exhausted right now, I'm going to get my stuff out of the way first, because I have had a busy-ass 2 weeks. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about more is YouTube, what's coming, the schedule, how things are going to upload, and some stuff that's coming for the future in terms of games. So, we record in a weird bubble. So, right now, we record for a long session one Sunday and then a shorter session the next Sunday. The long session that we record is for our story mode playthroughs. Nelly, I know you're not interested in what I'm saying right now because there's a cat on the screen. That's fine.
I'm listening. Oh,
We record.
okay.
So the long sessions are our story modes. So they are going to be Judgment, and then in a couple of weeks, once I get paid again, we'll be playing Ultimate Marvel Alliance 3, and we'll be doing that as a story mode. Coming on Friday, we have the first episode of Trackmania Turbo. That's going to be an interesting one because I think in the second or third episode, which will go up like next week, I blind Chizzy.
Subbed.
I could live stream Cole, like when we're not using it for other things.
You would just put Cole on. Literally, we'll have a 24-hour stream.
Just be him.
Cole,
Cole.
and then it might not. He might not be there. Sometimes he'll just be like in the garden, unless
Yeah,
like.
you've got to always come back just to see whether or not he's there.
Yeah, sorry, John. We've derailed you with the cat. Sorry.
Yeah. the
Carry on.
cat.
You're lucky my
Animals.
cats hate me. Otherwise, there would be 2.
Anybody else?
No.
No, cool. So yep. So every other week, then we then do our arcade or versus modes. They at the moment, Mario Maker will be uploaded on a Monday every Monday until we get bored. Basically, is what we're doing with that one. Because there's always new levels and submissions and stuff. So we have three weeks of that ready to go. There is 3 videos for Team Sonic Racing, and there's 3 videos for Trackmania Turbo. They'll be uploaded on a Wednesday and a Friday for the next 2 weeks, I guess, because most of them, like the first week of it's up, Trackmania Turbo is Friday. And then we're kind of just gonna be doing whatever the hell we want. It's not really gonna be like a let's play the most modern thing, and it's still very not safe for work. We're not censoring ourselves because we just feel like that's not who we are. We're too.
It's also you're Scottish. It's too
Yeah.
hard.
We're two Scots lads, and it's just the way we are. And to like censor, for me to censor myself, considering how anti-censorship I actually am in life, for me to do that to get extra views and some nice AdSense that we won't see until we're at 1,000 subs, I don't see the point in doing it. Even if we get to that point, it's like, oh, AdSense, start playing it. Nah, I'm not gonna play it clean. It's just not us. We discussed it quite heavily whether or not we were gonna do it. But we just went, nah, let's just swear our heads off and get what we get. I've also opened up Patreon, so that's in our description for every video from Mario Maker onwards as well, permanent invite, because there's so many people out there that have that join button where you like pay money to join their channel, and they're like, we have access to a Discord. No, ours is free. It will always be free. You'll get special roles maybe through Patreon, but that'll be it. It will always remain free because I'm not a money grabbing scumbag. I don't see, like, even if we had got to the point already before Discord was a thing and we were like famous at that point, I still would have made it free because it just feels a little bit scummy to me to go, here's this free program that you can download and talk to people on, but you have to pay for access to ours. That's wrong to me. It doesn't feel right whatsoever. So
It's a bit elitist, really. It's like you have to pay to talk to me.
So our server will remain free because I want loads of people on there chatting and talking and socializing and having fun. So right now we've got Judgment. We're switching Judgment up a little bit because Chizzy cannot contain his excitement, so he is now playing it at home. He had started it, so for the first like month of videos that we've got recorded, it will be Chizzy playing, and then this Sunday session I'll be taking over, so that he could go and play the game, which he was very happy about when I says I'll take over. So I'll be playing Judgment from this weekend onwards. It will also mean that we'll actually get through some content on it instead of us
Perhaps
dicking about.
maybe achieve something one time, you know?
Dicking about, running over shit, and just being a fool. So yep, that's kind of it from me in terms of the YouTube stuff. I will put a link in chat because it's kind of really all I'm doing right now.
You don't know how long I've been trying to get her to get up.
Having a
stared at
cat
the floor
off.
for like 5 minutes. Like, come sit on my lap. Haha.
Can the cats see each other on the webcams, or is the quality too low?
Hey, Molly.
For the pre-built
What's that?
goat, you've got a feather duster.
Yeah, I don't know why it's David, I've got a shitty mic. I need to buy a new one, but my headset mic wasn't working with Streamlabs, so that's why it's crap. Yeah, so YouTube, that's the link for the channel. If you're not subbed already, go sub, check us out, give us some views, some likes, some comments, and shit. Yeah, donate for a new mic. In fact, donate for like
sub.
Donate for the cat.
donate for two
For the
really
cats, yes.
expensive studio quality mics. That would be really good.
Or I could get another cat.
Or yeah, or we could get another cat. You know, priorities.
You want a new
Or-
friend?
You could get a cat with a microphone attached.
Just a cat,
You can
a
hear it
GoPro,
purring.
a GoPro mount for a cat.
Yeah, it's been
John
done.
is so disappointed with us.
Oh, we're getting a private
Welcome,
message.
welcome to the Misadventures, guys. If this is your first time here, then I hope you enjoy the
John
content.
hates all of us.
Yeah, John here. He set this all up, and he regrets that entire decision. But alas, we are here, and he's probably going to grow some more white
Fire us.
hairs by the end of this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So maybe this is the last podcast you'll see, guys. I'm joking. Hope you guys stick around for sure. Despite the feline interference, oh my goodness, that's a pretty good way of putting it. I see Cole has disappeared today.
Yeah, he's
My
getting
cat's
tired.
dribbling on me, so she might go soon too.
Yeah, Cole's dribbled on me too. Actually, it's kind of gross.
That's so gross.
Hey, Sarah, thank you for the actual sub, Twitch Prime to a tier 1 sub. Much appreciated.
Yay!
Right, are we back on track now?
I think so.
Yeah?
We've been on track the whole time.
No, we haven't. Right, so
I mean, you've never specified a track to follow. We just go wherever. I mean, it is a misadventure. We don't necessarily have, you know. Technically, this is
I
all
was happy
warranted.
for people.
do you know
Technically.
there's a rule in TV media and all things along that line of never work with children or animals.
You shouldn't have really invited a vet nurse. On this show. Like-
Why? Because you are both a child and an animal.
I
Yeah,
hope
pretty
someone wants
much.
to
Yeah,
take
Nelly is
that.
both.
I mean, hard to argue with that statement.
Or Russell Crowe.
Or Russell Crowe. We don't have him, thankfully.
Right, so, Bob, you had a bullet pointed list as per usual, so what you got?
Yep, which didn't bullet point when I tried to send it to you guys because I forgot it doesn't format in that version of the chat. Because fucking yay!
Yay.
So, I've been doing a lot of projecty stuff while everyone was moving houses and looking for jobs and working real jobs and stuff.
I'm going to Wales.
We're going to Wales. And one of which was I revived my Avian Rock project, which is like a pop-up Minecraft server. Basically, it's only active when someone presses the launch button and is actually playing on it. Once you stop playing, after
So
10
it
minutes,
shuts
it
down.
shuts itself down.
Okay.
Nice bit of fancy tech going on using Amazon AWS and Lambda functions and cool stuff like that. So if anyone here is a cloud computing person, they should probably
Psst, John,
Have a
where's the
look.
nerd button?
I don't have it ready.
So Misadventure, he hadn't planned on for some reason.
For some
But-
reason.
So what I'm hoping is that with Avian Rock, I'll get to the point where I'll have free servers that can be running. I'm going to have a creative world where I'm going to merge all of my previous creative worlds kind of together using World Edit. I'm going to have a survival world which will be on hard but won't be hardcore because that lasted all of like 2 days when I did that last time.
Just
And
people died.
yeah,
People
I was kind of
died.
hoping to have like a semi, like long lasting. By semi long lasting, I mean a couple of weeks before everyone was dead. But turns out,
There we
There
go.
we have it, boys. There we have it.
and I've also been hatching a plan for
God.
making an adventure world.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have been learning me some modern redstone techniques. And one of the challenges I'm going to put into it is Minecraft Minesweeper. So that's just a teaser or an idea that I've had. So yeah, you can run into a Minecraft minefield and potentially get through or die. One of the two.
Or just blow up. You know?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
I've gone with the idea of like escape the room style thing. So that'll be one of the puzzles you have to escape is not dying.
That will know
I
the
need
puzzle.
to learn how to use command blocks, because I want the world to reset itself every time it needs to. Although I might just have a reboot thing where the server just kills itself, doesn't back up, and reboots from where it was before, like an preserved image thing. I'll need to see how I do that. But once I get that up and running, yeah, I'm hoping to see some playership on that. And yeah, I've also got more videos up from my mindless meanders. I've had to re-record some audio because my latest recordings, for some reason, the microphone, it was telling me that there was sound in the UI, but there's no actual audio on the video.
At least you didn't have what happened to me happen to you.
What happened to you?
3 hours of recorded footage in a wrong
Oh,
file
no.
format that wasn't
Uh-oh.
supported by the people who created the file format. So FLV is a flash-based
Yeah.
format, right? Now I use Premiere
I-
Pro, made by Adobe, and
You
you
made Flash.
they will not allow you to move in a file in FLV. And I couldn't get anything to convert it so that it still had sound or video afterwards. So that was a fucking nightmare. And then I just kind of went, fuck it. And do you know what? The quality of them's not the worst. The downside is that like they were all recorded in 1080/60 this session. So they've now had to be downscaled from that to 720/30. So I kind of hope there's not too much loss at that point. Because it's kind of frustrating because I deliberately switched it to be 1080 so that we had like the proper quality videos. I think I can only do 1080/30 with the capture we've got, but nah.
Oh, hey, Richard.
Richard
in chat.
Hello, stranger.
So I use OpenShot editor, and I've been able to use that to convert between FLV and other video formats.
Yeah, so I used
And I've not
OpenShot
seen
to
too much
read it.
issue.
So yeah, I don't know, but either way, I've got a workaround for the problem, so it's not the worst thing in the world. How's the dinosaur fucking going, Richard?
Dinosaur?
Things set out of
Level
context.
131. Oh my goodness.
130 giga.
It's a
Yeah, I need context.
it's a big ol' fucking T-Rex.
Nice.
Well, it's not quite a T-Rex actually.
It's just the one T-Rex, actually.
Matt, do you know what you've earned yourself?
Yep.
Hang on, let me find out.
Why does this take you so long to sort out?
We need to. There you go.
Actually.
Sorry, I'm just putting my provisional license in.
Yeah, Steve.
Actually,
What
I'll
is
have
it?
you
It's
know.
not a T-Rex. What is it?
it's just a giant bird lol.
Wattle Gobbler from Borderlands.
I mean, if you think about it, aren't chickens just aren't dinosaurs just chickens on drugs?
Not really. I mean,
If you look at stream.
Oh, I don't see anything yet.
oh,
Oh.
I wonder if my computer can handle this.
Gigantosaurus.
There you go.
I love how it's split
it's a
across
fuck-
all
it's a
four of our
big-
panels.
Big fuck off
Giganotosaurus.
T-Rex.
Oh, of course, you guys have been playing Ark.
Yeah.
Giganotosaurus,
You
dude.
don't get that to that bit.
Yeah, it took me far too long. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chi-
my screen's
Dinosaurs
so
aren't
open,
chickens,
see
but
that.
chickens are dinosaurs.
Yes, but what if dinosaur was actually chicken, but chicken
So
came first?
basically, if we actually bring dinosaurs back, Jurassic Park style, and we cook them, they'll taste like chicken.
Possibly. I mean, there'd only be one way to actually find out.
So
I'm gonna go get a raptor. I'm having Spanish.
I
I'm
decided.
having Spanish dinosaur for dinner.
I decided, as a vet.
Spanish chicken.
I mean, you'll get some seriously large omelets. out of dinosaurs.
That was
I
something
know, yeah.
pretty cool. So I hadn't played Ark. Like I played Ark way back when I think I got it for free or some shit. And
Really?
yeah.
That's a long time ago.
way back, and I decided, like, I've got it there. Richard and Lone are playing it. I'll jump on for a bit, see how I feel. And then I started, and then I was like, what's that shiny thing on the ground? It's a fucking tech dinosaur, so like robotic dinosaurs. And I'm
Wait,
like,
what the fuck? How
The-
long? When was this?
these motherfuckers look like the Dinobots. So I went out and I got every single one of
Wait.
them, bar the one that can fly.
Is this DLC?
It was just like a free thing they chucked in.
It seems like DLC. I've got the game. I don't have like.
I might have to join.
So there was five tech dinosaurs. There's a raptor, a stegosaurus, a T-Rex,
I don't have Ragnarok. That's what I don't have. I don't have Ragnarok.
another one I can't remember the name of, and the big flying fucker that's not a pterodactyl, which is really annoying. So I kind
Oh,
of
I
just
got Ragnarok.
named them after the Dinobots, because you know, I'm a big old play. There we go.
Alright, so there's
He's getting quicker at it, guys. It's only
Ark,
taken.
there's Ark Extinction,
months.
Ark Aberration, and Ark Scorched Earth, which I haven't got. No, I've just got
We
the base.
we only the map we're playing on is a free one, it's Valguro map, but they're
Oh,
just
right.
part
Ah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah,
game.
That released this year.
Yeah. They released
That was
like
last month actually.
yeah.
Holy shit.
they're just
Okay,
part of the
yeah.
game. They're not. You don't have to have like a specific
Yeah, no,
expansion
yeah, that
installed or
yeah, this is
anything.
free.
So the tech dinosaurs show up.
I'm just looking at it right now.
It's cool. So there was like I tamed the first one, and then I rode it back to the base, and I was like, I feel like 10-year-old me is screaming right now because I've running around on Dinobots in a game. Whereas I could go and play like War for Cybertron, and just play as Grimlock, but for some reason that was much cooler to me than anything else. That's something else we'll be doing for YouTube. Actually, we're gonna do the 2 Transformers games that came out a couple of years ago because they're fucking good. You're
Still
still
waiting on
waiting.
a good Jurassic Park game. Wasn't that one?
Evolution is the park. one.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah. That's good though. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's alright. It's a bit slow, but it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, but you can mod it.
I haven't
pretty
even
sure.
bothered trying.
If I remember correctly, if I remember what I've seen from people, then apparently you can mod it and adjust that. So
Anyway, Bob, carry on.
Yep. So I'm continuing to build an O'Neill cylinder, and there's been some number crunching involved.
If you'd like to see said number crunching, Misadventure Inc. on YouTube, episode 2, 3. Was it 4 actually? It was
Two
like
or
Just
three
watch
with
all of
weird
them, you'll get
numbering.
eventually. Yeah, my zero indexed array because I'm a nerd.
Don't play it
You-
again.
Go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So like, yeah, 212,000 blocks are going into this O'Neill cylinder. And it's gonna take me a while. Even with mods that are basically pumping out lots and lots of resources for free for me, it's still gonna take a while. But it should give lots of time lapses, and it should look pretty damn awesome when I'm done. And something to be proud of. And then I'll just do other things in Minecraft after that. Probably just run around and like fly at lamps, pretending I'm a moth or something.
Should we talk about what we're going to be up to pretty soon, Bob? Or do you want to save that for a little bit?
Or revealing
Save
that
it for
later.
one more minute, because there's one last Minecraft thing I do wish to talk about.
I
Now,
desire to mention.
I have.
Sorry, I hadn't said anything in a while. Just ignore me.
Easily done. Yeah, a little while ago, I set up some areas on the moon to make a low gravity Minecraft capture the flag. He campy stamp, but most importantly, he worship lamp. Moth.
Me and Matt started laughing slightly before you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I tried to set up a CTF. I'm gonna start producing a lot more resources for that too, mainly concrete stuff for building materials. and bits of redstoning so people can build traps. Because what I want is 2 bases with lots of traps, hidden flags, and then people murdering each other for the flags. That's what I'm hoping to achieve anyway.
Sarah, oh no.
It's not. It's just reading.
Oh no.
Jesus.
What's that thing there? That face when you leave. Flatmate, I know I'm leaving you, and on the inside. So, yeah.
Huh. Guess
Bob,
that's the only
hang
appropriate word.
hang on. I need to explain this to Robot Bob. That's humor. You're supposed to laugh.
Oh. There we go.
Stop bullying Bob.
It's what we
I
do.
just thought-
Nelly, we've been friends for like nearly fucking 11 years. It's what we do. If we stopped, we'd not be friends anymore.
Yeah.
That's the kind of friendship we have. Oh, jeez. But if you fancy more of that tangent,
Yeah.
I've got a
Yeah.
I've got a
That-
segue. It's a perfect
Great
segue.
party that
I
made
have
him
no
call me.
idea what's going on. My internet's just died.
Nice. You're still here though, so
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is robot voices, and I'm just like, yeah.
as a
Funny thing
segue,
is, you can still hear her.
Yep.
as a segue, we are doing something.
I just had Bob go, yeah.
That was a good long while
like
ago.
10 seconds.
As a segue, me and Bob will be doing some stuff on the 20 something.
Second?
No, because it's the 26th that comes out.
Alright, okay. Yeah.
So depending on time, it could be that weekend, or it could be the weekend after. But Wolfenstein Youngblood
weekend
is
after.
out on the 26th of July, and Bob has picked up the deluxe edition, which gives him the buddy pass. We're going to be recording it, and we're going to be
Good.
doing it in a weird way. I wanted to be able to capture both viewpoints side by side at the same time. Because I think it'll be much
Nelly.
cooler.
No, I came
Um,
back. It's okay.
The buddy pass is you give the pass to a friend. I believe they install the game and then they can play, but only when they're playing with you. So Bob gives me that pass. I can play whenever he's playing, because Wolfenstein Youngblood is a co-op game. So
And potentially filled with.
what we're gonna do? Here's the plan. We're gonna use a Discord screen share video call so that I can capture both viewpoints in sync at the same time.
In theory.
In theory, there'll probably be a minimal delay, but it would be much easier and a hell of a lot less work than having to edit it all together.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how we're gonna do it, and I wanted to get it as close as possible. The only downside to it is there's quite a lot of empty screens. So I'm probably gonna see if I can fudge it somehow with like Discord and slobs and stretching things out and seeing what I can do. If not, I'll just stick something in the background. So that's how we're gonna do it. Hopefully it comes off quite cool because I want to be able to capture that viewpoint. I want to capture both viewpoints together, and I think that'll work really, really well. Yeah, so only one person has to buy it. What'll probably end up happening though is I'll end up buying it because Bob will want to go play it solo at times, and I'll want to maybe have a look at it on my own and stuff. So, but for the
I will
purposes,
definitely want to do a solo run, but I could do that after.
Yeah.
Like, we can do the initial run together, and then I'll solo later for my own sake.
what's going to be really cool about it is me and Bob tend to play games very differently. Bob tends to take a stealth approach, whereas I'm shotgun the bitch through a window. So it's going to be interesting
See
to
that, man? You don't anymore.
If you've seen the trailer for Youngblood, there's a bit where one of them is like going down this corridor, and then the other one just goes swinging through the window and smacks somebody in the face. I'm the one flying through the window smacking someone in the face. But so the interesting thing is that people, the enemies in the game are going to react differently to different approaches. So while I'm making all of the noise, Bob should technically be ignored. So you should
In
just be able to
theory.
run around stabbing people.
It would be pretty funny though if the AI was programmed just smart enough to know, right, that guy's clearly being a distraction, so ignore him.
I mean, it might
and
be.
then I get fucked up.
That would be
because
insane,
They're on the
and that
lookout.
would be actually really
I
interesting.
wouldn't
to
It could
find
end up
out.
that
game
way.
devs in this era.
It could end up that way. So that's
John
that's.
just like
Want that to happen at
John
least
just
once.
there shooting his shotgun, saying, "Notice me."
Matt's
like,
oh,
no one's there.
he's back. So we got that coming within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's out next.
Every week. I'm
Out next week, the
not
week
available the weekend of the 27th,
That's fine.
but the weekend after I am.
I also, just while I remember, we are bringing back Misadventures in Pandora. So because the podcast is going every other week, on the Wednesday night that we're not doing the podcast, it's not getting done live this time because the viewership just wasn't worth it. We will be recording our continuation of the 4-player co-op through Pandora and Borderlands 1. I have managed, I think, to pull Phil back in for that. So
We can hope. You're
uh,
gonna have to somehow coerce him.
the original
Okay.
4 that started playing that, so myself, Bob, Matt, and Phil, will be finishing that off. So, anyway, Bob, back to your list. Oh yeah, he's not
Yeah.
going to shut up about this capture the flag until people sign up for
No.
it.
Mm.
So head
Sure, y'all join the Discord.
head to Discord, head to the sign ups, get signed up, and tell him you want to play capture the flag in Minecraft on the moon. You don't have to do very much. He's got all the shit provided that you need. Just
Mostly. Like
just
there will be
show
some
up.
if there's some custom shit you want to bring it. Just don't expect to take it home. Also, please don't. I want this game to last more than 2 seconds.
It would be entertaining if there were nukes though, just right at the end.
It would be, yeah. We
At the
did
end.
discuss that actually.
Yeah.
No
we
one's
did.
getting banned for nukes, is what we're saying. Maybe
Don't get
listen
banned
to it.
If you want to have a long-lasting fun experience, nukes right at the beginning is a bad idea. But I'm thinking the losers should get nuked at the end.
Just like make a giant podium for the loser, and then
Yeah.
nuke hits directly onto it.
Yeah. It's only fair. I mean,
It is, yeah.
the winners aren't getting a prize, so I might as well be mean to the losers.
Hmm. I mean, no. The prize for the winners is launching the nukes at the losers, I guess. If you
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
that way.
that's-
So
yeah, that works.
yeah, you let the winners hit the button.
yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Matt's frozen for me on my end, but he's frozen
Uh-oh.
in like a really sort of suave way. He's just like.
Oh no.
no.
I don't think he's frozen for anyone else, but you're just sort of sat there like.
Nobody is live and moving for the rest of us.
Yeah. My internet's just having a mare.
Yeah, we were tech support before we went live because now it was
Yeah.
like, I'm here. Oh no,
Oh, no.
I
Oh, yeah,
fixed
yeah.
it. I haven't fixed it. I fixed it. I haven't fixed it. I haven't
There was
fixed
some
it.
hysterical laughter.
Yeah,
And then
there
a
was,
fuck.
yes.
Yeah.
Carry on, Bob.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything from me actually. Yeah, it's all been Minecrafty stuff and it's all been projecty work.
Matthew.
So as you can see, I'm wearing rather formal attire.
School uniform. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Ah. Hey, it
Yeah.
froze.
I fixed it, guys. Anyway, yeah. So I've been applying for a bunch of jobs recently and apprenticeships, just so I don't sit on my ass doing nothing besides shooting people on games for the rest of my life.
I'm glad you added in
No.
games
Yes.
There. because I thought I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
have to
when-
do
I
some
can't-
sort of denouncement.
Nah, because I can't just sit down and do that, can I? Though, to be fair. Hmm.
Could take
Moving
like,
on.
a wheelie desk chair. No, sorry. Yes, moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, so I've been building up cosplays as well. So, it's so the end of this month, I'll be heading to SL Prem again, in Leicester this time. So basically, Siege, tournament finals for the UK, and I'll be bringing along my Echo cosplay again. For that, yeah, I decided to ditch going to Comic-Con Manchester, even though that's the closest place. So, yeah, I've been doing that. I've been, yeah, as I said, applying for a bunch of jobs. So literally, at 12 midday today, came out of it, and I've just been wearing this ever since because I'm lazy. That doesn't mean don't hire me though, because I'm not actually lazy. You know, it's just a
Yeah, if anyone in our chat's got a job
Face.
going, you know.
yeah. If anyone is in the Manchester area and wants to give this kid a potential shot, then you know, hi.
Look at him, he's wearing a tie.
I'm wearing a tie. I look relatively presentable. Please hire
He's
me.
done better than the rest of us.
Yeah, that's my experience and the whole job searching thing, because it's wild. You need that LinkedIn job, like Phil. I haven't even made one yet, man. I've not even made one
Well,
yet.
that's your problem then.
That is,
Yeah,
yeah, that
That's-
might actually
yep.
be a daft.
That is the
That might-
sole and only reason
Yes.
that you cannot get a job, Matt, is that you don't
Yeah.
have a LinkedIn.
Not
That's-
because I'm lazy or anything, but no, I'm joking. Adulting, yeah, I've literally just turned 18 2 months ago, so
It's all downhill from there.
my
buddy.
life, yeah.
It is. And then you'll be 27, starting a YouTube channel.
I didn't even see a peak, if I'm honest. It was all one downhill since I was existing, dude. I mean, oof.
Like the original Xbox advert from like donkeys years ago. It's just like the kid is born, flies around the globe, aging, and then just crashes into a grave.
Was that the one that got banned?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
thought
was a
it
pretty
was.
grim advert, to be honest.
Yeah, listening to it here, just like kind of scares me.
Because I
You know,
sort of remember seeing that on TV, and then it just disappeared.
What kind of marketing strategy was that?
The
Like,
best kind! Right, so Matt, you don't...
get the shit out of your.
Have you seen any of the older Iron Brew adverts? You might not have, being down in England, right? But so
Being a baby.
Iron Brew, but they pop up on YouTube and stuff as well. Iron Brew's advertising used to be really, really risky, like properly, because it was
On the nose stuff. like-
yeah, and it would make like fucking sex jokes and shit like that on national TV, and they'd put it on at like fucking 5 o'clock in the afternoon, like 5 o'clock, not after Watershed. They would just put these things on during the day. But now, because people like to complain so much about it, they don't do it anymore. Oh, you can't say that. Why? They've been doing it for decades. Why are you not like?
Because
No,
times change, Phil.
it's like fucking hell. Yeah, you do have Iron Brew in England, but you don't have the cool Scottish adverts.
Also fairly certain it's like a recent thing that they started selling it in England more because of reasons. I think it's because their factory's now based down there. Like their main factory is down in the south. It's now in what used to be a Bacardi factory.
That would make sense.
Yeah, so like to begin
Well,
with,
that
I'm
makes
fairly
it more
certain.
fun.
Yeah, so it's like to begin with, they had this gigantic bat on the side of their building. I don't know
how
if
when you
that's
buy
changed.
chocolates-
Hmm?
Sorry.
What?
You know, like when you buy chocolates and they're in a factory where like nuts and stuff are, and it says may contain
Hmm.
nuts. Does all the Iron Brew now say may contains Bacardi?
Oh no, they've got a separate line for that probably.
That's no fun. I'm not buying anything.
Yeah. We ran out of time.
Why
Carry
did you
on,
go off
Matt.
the subject of
Don't be
Iron
a
Brew?
cunt.
Yeah, get back to
Right, hang on. Right, so
hang on.
Oh,
Okay.
we were talking about inappropriate adverts.
I have one here for you now. Now this was only last year. Now this still got shit for it, right? But this was only last year that this one happened. And it's amazing.
Let's watch this then.
When are you going to marry my daughter?
I would, but my stream won't stop buffering.
I don't like him. Can we go?
Dave, we can't right now.
Don't be a can't. You need a can.
Eric?
Don't be a can't. Be a can.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Let's use, and I'm gonna say this, and it's going up on YouTube, but screw it. Let's say can't in a very, very strong Glaswegian
Scottish
accent,
way, yeah.
so that it sounds like cunt. this is the kind of shit. And then they released one this year, and it just got hammered by people just getting uptight and butthurt about it.
Probably wasn't even shown to many people, if I'm honest.
It's like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, because they got too uptight about it.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough people out there with a sense of humor. I guess.
Wait, hang on,
All them bloody English people.
David's put one up here.
The
Let's...
sex.
Yeah. I'm not even blaming English people. It's just like people in general.
Human
Yeah.
beings.
They're terrible.
And their cats.
Steamy windies in here, eh?
Wow. Wow, it gets worse.
Just McTaggart, looking trim. Keeping active.
Iron brew
Hiya,
gets you through.
Oh, this was a good one. I've seen this one.
You push up, brah. Amazing, eh?
Looking good, Mom.
Oh, come here, you.
Oh, Nellie's gone.
Oh no.
Oh, she's back.
Down's another swig.
It's okay, yeah, no, I was just resetting it.
This is your
Yikes.
captain speaking.
Oh
Please
my
pay
goodness.
attention as Derek and Jackie show you something phenomenal. To win 4 seats on the Brewjet and get whisked off on an all-expenses paid holiday to Tenerife, buy a special pack and have a wee look for winning tickets. Go on yourself. Now get doing the shops. And if you win, slap on the factor 50. You don't want to end up the colour of they two numpties. Win a phenomenal holiday on the
What's going on?
Hiya! I made my stuff in, you know, like we said. And that TV was so big. There was nowhere for this.
That live Spanish football was getting tedious.
And you know that spare room?
Uh-huh.
Well, my mom's moved in.
Just had a wee shot of your razor there.
No problem, Daphne.
Just another
What's
swig.
mine is yours.
Oh man, they just don't get away with shit like that now. It's so fucking.
I
shit.
mean-
it's so shit. It's so shit. Even in Scotland, man, this is the problem. It's like it even happens in Scotland. So it's not people from like down south or other places. It's people within Scotland, and this is like one of the pillars of being Scottish is the Iron Brew advert. Like, it's just something you expect every year. You wait for it, and they're generally pretty good. But now people can't take a joke, and it's just shit now because you're like, they're not gonna get away with this what they used to do. So,
You never know if you don't go.
Yeah.
wait, did you just all star us there? Did you just? He did. The little shit. The little shit. You were hoping nobody was gonna notice that, weren't you? Oh, damn you, Matt. Damn you. Do you have anything else to say for yourself before moving on? Anything else other than job hunts, Matt? Matthew, speak, boy.
What if I do?
Fine, Nelly, what you got?
Ah, no. You actually done, Matt?
Yep. No, he is now.
More or less, yeah.
More or
Not
less.
got too
I would
much.
say yes.
Not got too much to say this week, unfortunately, because of how hectic life's been with the job search and stuff like that.
That is fair.
Mm.
Nelly?
See, I solved that issue by saying that I was going to look for another job and then not bothering. Success.
Success
Adulting.
made.
Yeah. So I still can't afford a home. Well, I've had a really awful internet this week, and everyone keeps asking if other people want to play Overwatch, and it's making me really sad.
Oh
And
no.
So then, literally all the time, it's just like, oh, do you want to play Overwatch? And I'm like, yes. And I sent a screenshot to one of my other Discords of my internet, which at one point was 0.8 megabits per second.
Oh no.
Which was a fun time. And that's
God
its fairly
forbid.
consistent speed. It doesn't really get over 1 at this point.
I know
so
you're
we're really mad. Yeah, it's so annoying. But we're meant to be paying for 40. And the reason that it doesn't work, and they sent out an engineer and everything to solve this problem, and the reason it doesn't work is because when they set it all up in the new house, someone pressed the wrong button and put us on the cheapest plan instead of on the 40 plan.
Wow.
And it's not going to be fixed till the 22nd.
Which
And
could
this
land
was-
them in some
That's
serious
unacceptable.
trouble.
That is
Yeah,
unacceptable.
you're
They-
due some money
they-
back for that lack
So
of
many levels.
They discovered this issue last Monday. And then they phoned us when I came back from Wales, which was Thursday, and left my dad a voicemail message saying, "Oh, it's going to be fixed on the 22nd." And Dad got so angry he decided he wasn't going to call them because it would just. make
I
things
would
worse.
go and get some fucking advice on that because they're in serious breach there.
Yeah.
Mm.
They can't.
Yeah, they have failed to provide the service that you're paying for.
And not only that,
That's
not only have they
awesome.
failed to provide it, they've provided you the wrong one fucking entirely. So they're in some serious trouble because, like, what?
And they
Somebody
were
hit the
like,
wrong
"Oh,
button.
It's a fault on the line," and we were like, "I
No,
don't
it's
think
not.
it is."
No, it's not a
Yeah,
fault.
and then
no.
the engineer came out, so they paid for the engineer to come out, and the engineer came out and was like, "There's nothing wrong with your line. As soon as you plug your rotor in, suddenly there's loads of issues. So it's not a problem here that we can fix. It's got to be something their end." And then the person was like, "We clicked the wrong button or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Pulled the wrong lever, opened the wrong trapdoor. Who knows?"
I mean, it is
yeah.
ISPs we're
It's
talking
weird,
about
like-
here.
Oh, if only we were good. If only we were Redstone engineers, man, we could probably fix all this.
We could fix the internet.
Yeah. you could-
Redstone engine.
Just as like a short aside to internet problems. So I ran out of data on my phone. Now Aberdeen is supposed to have city-wide Wi-Fi, free city-wide Wi-Fi. Okay, there are 2 contact points for it in the city centre, and that's it. And they don't even cross over. They don't see each other. There's like a spot, there's like a block
Not even
in the
linked.
middle
Oh, no.
where you lose Wi-Fi. And I'm like, city-wide, huh? Sure. Right. Why are the buses more reliable? I could just connect to first bus Wi-Fi, and then by the time the bus that I've connected to has gone past, I can connect to the next one driving past me and still have Wi-Fi. City-wide. What a pile of shit.
Citywide.
Beautiful.
Huge, giant quotation marks on that phrase. So.
Anyway, Nelly, carry on.
But yeah, my mobile internet's much better than my actual Wi-Fi at the moment. But basically, the reason I mentioned this whole scenario, I was wondering what games people like miss playing, because obviously I can't play Overwatch. All I'm playing at the moment is Black Desert Online, and I was like, what I really miss playing is obviously Overwatch, because my whole life is totally not revolves around Overwatch, because that's really sad. It revolves around many things, one of which is Overwatch, quite largely. If my life was a pie chart, there'd be a lot of Overwatch. But I was curious, because obviously I can't play it at the moment, because I don't want to try, because Black Desert Online drops out, and obviously that doesn't affect anyone else, that's just my MMO. So yeah, I don't know how good a question it was, but if there's...
Like, in terms of what? Because are we talking, like, if the internet goes out, what do we miss playing online? Or are we talking games that you just can't
All the
access
things.
anymore? Or
Yeah, because I was thinking, because I read, I think it was Richard's friend was doing a survey for their dissertation at university about, what's the best way to maintain, old games that have become so obsolete that, you cancel the servers. Like, should you create a world full of NPCs instead of other players? Or should you, have one very limited server running to, like, maintain those so you still got like the history of games and stuff? So it could be
Yeah, that's quite
things
interesting
that
stuff,
obviously you
like,
can't. Yeah, obviously things you can't get to anymore because the servers have been shut down. Or yeah, my one obviously is like an internet thing. Like what do you think you'd really miss
So
at the moment,
the weird thing is
or
that
what do you miss?
I've not really encountered the
That
game
issue.
the game shutdown specifically, because things that I used to play, like me and Bob playing Halo and stuff like that, Halo 3 and Reach, they're having a resurgence. They've been brought back, and then they're about to get ported over to PC. So I'm just trying to have a think about maybe older generation
would you miss, though?
consoles.
Yeah, your but even like things like Halo. What would old stuff if it got shut down? If it reached that point, what do you think of the things that you would miss, or is there nothing? Do you think
It's kind of
you know, you
nothing
haven't
for
got any
me
games?
because I lose
Yeah.
interest in things quite quickly.
Mhm. There's a game that I do miss playing because it shut down called Firefall, which is an MMO.
Okay.
Yeah, so sort of similar to like what you call it. Can't even remember the name of the current one, the current thing that people play. It's sort of like Rift. in a
Well, actually,
sense.
no, I do have something, and it's a weird one.
So
Flash games.
yes.
Because
Flash
to
players
go
getting
on,
shit on.
well, just not just that, to go on somewhere like Miniclip or anything like that nowadays is a huge fucking
Yeah.
risk. It's a huge risk because it could kill your fucking computer.
Club Penguin.
God bless
I'm gonna
Club
cry.
Penguin.
Because I remember in school, many moons ago, 10 years, 11 years, probably longer, because I didn't finish school. Hey guys, don't finish school. At 27, you can start a YouTube channel. No, don't take that advice.
Is
yeah, so-
anyone watching us even still in school, to be fair?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know what the average age of our audience is. Yeah, just stuff like that, flash games and stuff. Because I remember those being, because we didn't have like, it was before we got that big fucking nasty PC, Bob. So we couldn't do very much, and I didn't really have very much kicking about.
It was a website that I used to go on called Game Fudge, which had a load of games on it, and that shut down.
But yeah, it's stuff like that maybe, because it's kind
And
of like
that was-
that nostalgia. But then you go back and play them, and you go, "This is utter bollocks."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
but it's part of your childhood, and
And-
you don't
But
necessarily
If
want to
you
change
know
that.
you can't go back to it,
Yeah,
then
it
you want
does.
it more.
Any
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
good ones as well have been turned into actual games.
Hmm.
Like
That's
I
true.
feel, do you know how I feel like flash games have become the new mobile games?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, like there's not a hell of a lot of substance to them. Some people just make them in like a couple of weeks and then put them up on the App Store for basically nothing.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, Flappy Bird's probably quite a good example of that. Actually, it's like a game that just kind of got made really quickly and was super
Yeah, the
popular.
guy didn't even expect anything to come of it. He
The guy
just
was
started
really
up.
mad, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was receiving death threats and everything from people, and he decided to give up. Because it must have really got to him, and I do feel sorry for him.
I mean, there was
for that.
people selling iPhones for like 60 fucking grand or some shit.
Yeah,
You know,
because
like-
it had an actual copy of Flappy, like an original copy, not a clone or anything like that. It was ridiculous. And I played a clone of it, and I was like, this is awful.
It's not good.
Like,
It's not fun.
it's terrible.
No, it's so infuriating.
It's shockingly bad, and I don't understand why that happened.
It's always the really stupid things, though, that go
Yeah.
viral.
It's
It's never...
tedious.
Yeah.
What's
It's-
that game? The one where you put the number blocks that match together? Is it like 2048 or something? And you've got to try and make the.
Oh
the big
yeah,
one.
2048. Oh my
Like-
god.
That's the most tedious game in the world. But I played so much of it. And we used to like compete with my friends to see who could get like the highest number before they failed because we weren't very good.
Being famed because people were destroying their phones, and the videos went viral. Richard was saying, yeah, that makes sense actually as to why it went viral. I could see why people got so angry they were just chucking their phones.
This is a £600 phone. Nothing in this world, other than a
Will break.
fucking accident, is ever going to make me want to break this. Certainly not a shitty 69 pence fucking for this thing. It's not gonna make me break my phone. No. People are just
To be
like,
honest,
more money than
throw my phone at
sense.
walls.
or fucking.
My friend threw her laptop at a wall because of Slender Man.
That can almost make more sense though if you're crapping yourself that much. You get that much.
Please
I
tell
was
me
really
it was
mad.
like.
We'd almost won.
Please tell me it was like one of these accidental ones as well, not like a deliberate one. Just she seen Slenderman and then went, "Oh fuck!" and just launched it at the wall.
She literally slammed it shut and like
Wow.
threw it at the wall. but we'd almost got to the end because obviously it gets harder as you get more of the posters.
Yeah.
And we'd almost got them all, and then he turned up and she threw the laptop at the wall, and I was just really angry because we'd almost done it. That was fun. That was a good time.
Bless.
I don't think her mum was impressed.
That'll do. What if someone offered you £700? Would you break it then? Probably not. Because I would still need to go spend that £700 on a new phone. I wouldn't get to keep it.
But you'd have an extra £100 if your phone was only 600.
That's not really a lot to do anything with, is it?
Yeah, it's like the week's shopping.
You could get a £700 phone.
I could. 700 quid would get me all the equipment I want. 100 isn't even
But
gonna
you
get me a
wouldn't have
bit
a
of it.
phone.
Exactly, I wouldn't have a phone.
You could get a £15 phone like I was using, my little brick.
Yeah, the cheap little Nokia types.
They have Snake. That's a game that has terrible rip-offs. No Snake apart from the classic little Snake you can play on a brick phone.
Snake, I feel, has turned into the new Pong. Just everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
just everywhere.
All the 3D ones suck. Like the only good one is the 2D one, where you're just a little line of blick.
I don't know. What about you guys? You think of anything?
Yeah, anything original question-wise?
It's what would we miss if you couldn't access it anymore?
Or something you can't access anymore?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be...
there's Club Penguin.
You'd miss
Firefall.
Minecraft.
If I
need
couldn't
to
access
disconnect
that,
for
yeah, I
2
would.
seconds.
What?
I'm warning you now. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I
Right,
think
now
if
we can talk
Warframe
about
shut
it.
down,
Oh,
if Warframe shut
Hi,
down,
Nelly.
I'd be quite sad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you.
was slowly losing people's cameras. I lost Bob like 20 minutes ago. Matt just froze, and then suddenly it just turned into the spinning wheel, and I was like, okay, I can only see John now. There we go. You're both back now.
Such a terrible
Oh,
thing.
Bob's
Only
playing with
seeing.
the dice.
I've been playing with dice for a while.
He's playing with a D20.
I told you.
jeez. Oh,
Yeah, any
David,
games you-
Magic
no.
Carpet. Now that is an old game.
Mm.
For anyone who doesn't know, Magic Carpet. God, that like
Long time.
early 90s that came out. It was
I've
really
never
good.
heard of it.
It's basically, it was like, well, I mean, surprise, surprise, you fly around on a magic carpet and you can cast fireballs and
Really?
stuff. And it had
Me and
like
John
a
are
full
such
world.
arseholes.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes, we
the
are.
Magic carpet, 'cause I can't describe it. Restore the
Yeah.
world to equilibrium. That's pretty generic for all games, to be honest.
With a magic carpet, though.
Yeah, you don't do it with magic.
I mean, it was the 90s. You didn't need much to sell it.
Yeah,
You're
that's true.
Aladdin.
If it was, yeah, pretty much. Like, and it featured like a full open world, all 2D, but still really, really fun. It looked three-dimensional because they did some tricks, but it wasn't a 3D game, I don't think. Yeah, that's an old one.
Matt, I've got one for you.
You can get that in good old games these days.
Have you finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey yet?
I completed the main story.
Alright, okay.
Like,
Because that's one that would bug me. Oh yeah, we're shutting down the servers for the new one coming out. Fucking what? I've not even finished the story yet. And that
I've
Atlanta
got
shit looks
125
fucking
hours.
ace.
I've got 125 hours in the game, and I've only got 93% main completion. So if that isn't some of the
I
game,
really need to go back to that.
so do I.
Because that Atlantis DLC, man, it looks so good.
I've spent so long into that game, a couple of days worth of actual playtime, and I've still not completed it.
Sorry.
You've
my-
got another summary of Magic Carpet, by the way, which is it was literally flying around and killing stuff and stealing.
Like,
money,
I've
and there
literally
wasn't much of a
spent more
story.
time. I've spent more time on Odyssey than I have on Skyrim, and I still haven't completed it. If that's
Wow.
yeah,
That's impressive.
That shows how big and how much shit there is to do in Odyssey. And how
I
amazing it
I
is.
went back to Assassin's Creed 3 because I had the remaster.
Yeah, you bought the season pass, didn't you?
Yeah, just because it had
Yeah.
3 in Liberation for free plus all the DLC. Because like I was like, why are they putting Atlantis in here? And then I got to the bit in the story where you kind of see it, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, okay, so I need to get back to that. There's a ton of games that I'm sort of like halfway through, and I'm like, ah shit. That's kind of when it would hit me. Is like, oh, I can't play that game anymore. I've not finished it, and I'm never going to be able to.
I've still got to complete Transistor. I've got to start Witcher 3, which is going to be an absolute fucking like, oh god. Okay, I still got to put more effort into Division 2, if I'm honest. That's different. Same with completing Dying Light. 'Cause I get scared shitless.
Me and Voip got pretty close to the end of that, I think, and then we just stopped playing it.
Yeah, but when night hits, I shit myself.
Just run, man.
Yeah,
Don't
but
throw your laptop at a
yeah,
wall.
but it's the adrenaline of you don't know what the fuck's behind you. It's dark, and then all of a sudden you hear a screech, and you're just like, "Shit, what?" And you're just there like, and then you fuck up one of the parkour bits and you die, and it's just.
See, the thing is, we got to the point though with that where it didn't matter whether it was night or day. We were just out and we were fine. So you will get to that point where you've just got guns and plenty of ammo, and
it takes balls to reach that bit, and I just lack it.
there's only one actual mission that you have to do at night, or at least at the first part of the game, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I've got all the DLC as well. My mate's
Leave
like,
him
"Oh yeah,
alone,
by the
he's
way,
scared.
by the way, there's this that happens at night," and I'm just like, I think I'll complete Witcher first, which will be another couple of years. So,
Yeah, it's another one I need to go back and finish, but I was never really that bothered about it.
I'm not a witch person.
Yeah, it's
I
kind
mean,
of
it's hyped up.
it's
It's hyped up, and it's one of those games that seems enjoyable for me. I just never gotten around to it. 'Cause I've been playing like Siege and Warframe and stuff like that.
It was a discussion had after E3 in a Discord server I'm in about hype leading into games, and people were talking about Cyberpunk because it was obviously the big thing from E3, and I was like, I'm just not interested. And it's not because there's a little bit of me that's because of the hype that's around it that just doesn't have me.
Puts you off.
Yeah, but then it's also
A good game.
that game's not aimed at me.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not for me. It's aimed at people who like that type of game, like Deus Ex and stuff. I don't like them, and it's not to say that they're bad. They're just not for
It's
me.
not for me. Yeah. Same could be said for me, like with some of like the Tekken games and stuff like that, and Street Fighter and whatever.
Yeah, I'm very much a
they're all-
casual player of fighting games.
They're all really good games.
Until you're
I
fighting
agree
me.
with that.
Yeah, but then it's an easy win. So
Oh,
Oh
Really?
shit! Oh, we're gonna have to see a stream of you guys facing off, dude. And then if it comes to it, you'll brawl in real life. We're gonna have to see this.
well, that's right. Yeah, definitely would.
I know I'm losing that fight. Bob's got lots of sharp. Bob's got lots of sharp things.
Oh no, it's
Don't
just
even need
hand
the
to hand
sharp
combat. Yeah, just hand to hand combat.
Yeah, I also
All of a
have
sudden,
armor.
all of a sudden, you get strangled by his beard and something, and you die.
Have you
Beard's
still?
too short. It's the ponytail I use for strangulation.
Yeah.
Have you still got the sleeve needles?
Like, Jesus,
No.
what?
No. That's a
Let's
story.
not go down
Yeah,
that path.
no, we're not going to talk about that too much. I just wanted to see if you still had them.
Why would you bring it up then? 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
right,
not
then.
interested in the blue.
Keep people guessing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, bye Nelly.
Oh, bye, Nelly.
Uh,
Bye, Nelly.
but I think you'd miss Minecraft, Bob. I think.
I've thought of one more I definitely would miss if I could no longer access it. Classic Doom.
I was just about to say Doom. If they just went, you can't play Doom anymore, I think you'd start crying. Just
I would have to make my own version of Doom from something, like paper mache or something.
and here's my Caco demon made from trees.
I'll just cut that off.
Oh no.
And then just like have that like on the board
Gads.
You think I'd be
Yeah,
better
that
with this
got
stuff
nasty.
since I work in events, but
Gadsman.
To be honest, it's too good to cut off. It's actually really, really well done tattoo. So, you know.
That is a thinker, Nelly.
yeah.
It is a thinker. I don't know. Maybe we should revisit
I thought it was
that.
an interesting idea.
Revisit that in the next podcast, and we'll maybe have more of an idea.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard one to think about. Because you need to kind of think about games that you can't play anymore.
You can't get to. Because I don't have like a huge number of ones that I can't get to. The mini clip thing is certainly like something, because I used to play a lot of that, but I think I moved away from that. But
I think we're all of that generation that we did. Maybe,
Yeah.
Matt. I don't know how like, because
No, I
you must have
played
been
a lot
growing
of
up.
that
yeah,
game.
no,
I
Matt
played a
said
lot
you said
of
a
that
different
game.
website though, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I think
no,
you were-
I use game clip, mini clip as well, but
Yeah.
there's one site called Game Fudge that I used to play a shit ton.
It's kind of
Like
hard to
Flash.
tell the timing with something like Flash games as well, because I remember
No,
playing
they
them.
haven't been a big period.
Like
they
I
only
remember playing
started-
them when I was like 13, 14. I'm now
They
27.
only started
you
phasing
know?
out like in 2010ish, I guess. Because like,
David,
now it's
why am I not
really-
surprised you said a Star Trek game?
Yeah, I was gonna say something for Star Trek about it.
That's Bob's brother. Star Trek obsessive.
That was actually a funnish game. It was just an RTS, a Star Trek RTS.
Ooh, that seems interesting.
I think with the rise of something like good old games, it's a lot harder as well to kind of think about stuff like that. Because
Yeah, because you can get almost anything you want from there.
I mean, they brought back the X-Wing series of games, which I never played,
Oh, those
but
were so good.
they
What
they
about
brought them
someone-
back. What are you saying now?
Someone said earlier in chat, I can't find it now, not easily, about missing games they can't play because they don't have the consoles anymore.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was
That
was Smug that came out with that.
it's
Yeah.
again, it falls down that road of remasters.
yeah, remasters.
Emulators.
When you emulators, when you go back to the retro consoles like the NES and the SNES and even the Mega Drive now, they all have minis that have a load of games on them. They can also be modified to have more. Backwards compatibility on the Xbox. When the new one comes out, there's 3 generations of Xbox that are going to be playable on one console. Sony look to be doing the same, but maybe only with PS4. But we'll see what happens with that one.
It'll be something though. It'll be something.
Yeah.
I just remembered that I never finished playing Assassin's Creed Origins because I was using somebody else's Xbox as my home Xbox, and then I fell out with them. And I just remembered, I was like, I never finished playing that. Well, I think I'd got to the point where I was just hunting things for the fun of it, so I was like, I'm not buying this game, just to hunt stuff.
Has anybody
So I
got a
never
copy of
finished.
Assassin's Creed Origins we can give to Nelly?
so I can keep
I've
playing.
still yet to die
And Viva
myself.
Pinata, that belonged to
Oh.
the other person as well.
What was that, Bob?
I loved that game.
Deleted. Carry on.
What was it?
Oh, you deleted one message. Okay, yeah, no.
Oh, I know what he deleted.
Fucking yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a tricky question.
Yeah. Interesting though.
Yeah, it's certainly
Yeah,
something to think
okay.
about.
My finger is currently crippling me right now, so I'm just...
Yeah, Matt, what are you writing? A book?
No, I'm just sorting my hand out so it isn't fucked. I'm bleeding everywhere.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Someone did that at work. She
Because,
was
Why is your
it smells
hand
like-
bleeding?
My index finger is, there's a reason why I've got these gloves on, basically. And there's a reason why it looks rather brown and shit. Yeah.
What have you done to yourself?
Huh? Eczema.
Oh, got you.
This is like, I didn't even do shit, I just existed, and then all of a sudden, haha, your hand's fucked, and I'm like, great. So, that's good. Yeah, gotta put cream on and shit. And steroids and whatever the fuck, dude, it's annoying.
Anybody got anything else? Just
I had another one like I already did.
uh-huh.
But it's up to you if you want that this week or if you don't want to have another one. This one's not as
Go.
this one's not
No,
as
no.
in depth.
Go.
Soundtrack. It was like a similar thing, you know. Covey's like, yeah, like what's your favorite soundtrack? Because I really like, and not just Like, what are the ones that you think in the game really add to the game? Like the dramatic ones that make it all like cooler. And then
I
so the ones you like listen to outside. Because I listen to Skyrim a lot, like on its
That's a
own.
nice soundtrack. Yeah.
We
It has a
did
nice soundtrack.
a while ago. We were doing the top fives, and soundtracks was kind of a part of it, but we didn't really go into it too much. But the one that always there's two that stick in memory, and there's two that will always be on whatever music platform that I'm using.
Risk brain. Yeah.
Bastion. Bastion is probably number one for me.
Bastion's really nice.
Transistor is
Bastion,
also good,
Transistor.
but Bastion will always be the one for me. And
That's because you probably played it first, isn't it?
FTL as well. Now, I'm not
FTL,
a
I
big
don't-
fan of FTL as a game,
FTL. It's complicated. It's a very complicated
That is
game.
true.
but
You
But
mess
the
up
soundtrack.
one single action and you fucked your entire session.
but it is a very, very good soundtrack, and it got me through 3 years of college.
Fair enough.
I use Skyrim for uni.
Because it's one of these soundtracks that is obviously designed to keep you focused on what you're doing. So you
Exactly.
just stick your headphones in and you just do what you need
That's
to do.
why they're so good.
It's
'Cause they're
effective.
designed
It
to
isn't
make
just
you pay
background music.
attention.
It isn't just background music, or it isn't just stuff that's optional.
So this is
Like,
something
trust
that was actually came up. I need to try and find an article about it, but there's a difference between soundtracks in media like television and movies compared to games. Games, so in movies and stuff like that, it obviously goes up at action and there's more noise and whatever else. But with games, music has to keep you attached to what you're doing.
And engaged
And
without being too distracting.
so when
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
is made for games, it's made in a very specific way of to grab your attention when it's necessary and to calm down when it isn't. So that is why when you're in a fight in some games, they'll stop the music when the fight's done so that you know it's over and you can relax. But the music is
And that
designed
terrible moment.
to trick your brain.
When the
It
action
speeds up
moment
and you're
hypes up. Yeah, when the action music hypes up, and you're sat there just like,
You've no idea
Where-
why.
where's the boss?
There's
So Doom
And
2016,
MMOs
Yeah.
as well. You're just walking and you're like, oh my god, what have I found?
Doom 2016 is one of the perfect examples of that. So you'll be walking around, you'll be looking for secret items, and you'll walk into a room, and then suddenly you'll just hear this heavy drum beat and a guitar solo going off, and you're like, "Where is it?
Oh no.
Where's the demon?"
Reveal thyself, evil beast.
another thing I was actually hearing in
I think FTL's out on the Switch, Bob.
is it? Ooh,
On
that's
the
Possibly.
sick.
Hang
I'm
on.
not sure actually. That's something to Google actually. That's something to look into.
Did you see the thing about Switch having an increased battery life?
Matt, you don't need to Google it, buddy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
yeah, no,
so
that's the new
they're
Dark
Switch.
Souls.
they're
That's the
s-
newest Switch coming out.
they're squeaking out a modified Switch that will have a better battery life. That is the only difference, and that's all
Oh
it
no,
is.
no. The only difference is that so it has a better battery life, but it can't hook up to the TVs.
No, that's the Switch Lite. So they're doing a smaller
Ah.
portable
That's the
version.
Okay,
hand
I
console.
get it.
But they are doing this version of the Switch that just has a better battery life, and that's the only difference. It'll be the same price. It'll be.
I
It's
was
not
gonna
like a 3DS revision. It's just the Switch with a better onboard chip, so that it utilizes the power better.
So it's an
I was going
upgrade
to
to
say,
the
is it
current
a different
model.
price? Yeah, but for the same price, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. That's like
You know,
it's
they're just giving you a
essentially
nicer version.
yeah.
Since there is a cheaper Switch coming out, I'm going to say it again. If you don't have a Switch in September when the cheaper one comes out,
Fucking get one. Yeah.
buy one.
I
I've been
need
told
to
get
do
a-
that.
I've been told to get
I
a
need
Switch
to,
Lite.
considering it's only handheld. I mean, it's convenient. I guess it would be a lot more convenient.
It's not on Switch. Into the Breaches, which was their
Yeah.
their
Ah,
follow-up.
Yeah.
Second,
The
yeah.
successor. Only
Yeah.
the
I was gonna
successor
say-
is the
Goat
second
saying
game.
Yeah, goat saying.
Yeah, there is a game I was thinking of actually. I learned about this recently. What they do with the soundtrack, Dark Souls.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, Dark Souls is designed a very similar way to the way that I said. Like
Yeah,
tricking your brain with the music.
Yeah, but what they've done, right, is they subliminally condition you. So most of the bosses, their moves go in time with the music. So you get into a rhythm for the fights. There is one boss type that goes against that completely. So when you go into that fight,
We
Sorry.
can't see that very well.
Somebody asked me if I've got Into the Breach,
Yes.
so it's there.
I've played a
It's
bit of it
pretty
in the
good.
beach, actually. I liked it, and I
I've-
meant to
Oh,
go back
yeah.
to
I finished a run on it, but I finished it on
That's nice.
easy because I keep getting.
I feel
killed
that
by
it's
normal.
really complicated though, if I'm honest.
It isn't. Once you learn about the push mechanic and how to use them
That's
properly, it's
Like, unlike FTL,
it's
like,
much
the
easier.
Unlike FTL, the initial thing was just a bit weird for me, and that's why I never really put much attention to it. So I've got it. I had it installed on PC. I've got it on Origin Access, so I didn't have to pay much for it at all. we said
So
that once, Mark.
what were you saying about Dark Souls?
Yeah, like one of the bosses, its moves and sequences are completely against the grain of the music. So, like all the way through the rest of the game, you're being subliminally sort of conditioned to fight in time with the music, and then this one boss just comes in and is like everything is against it. So you just like subconsciously you won't be able to handle it. You'll just be like shit, missing everything every time because you're following the wrong beat, and it makes it
That's so
really, really
mean.
hard. Yeah, it's Dark Souls. They're meant to be.
Yeah,
to
it's
True.
swear.
dope.
That's the point of the game.
Lady
But I just thought, that's actually a neat tactic. I also hate them for it, but still.
Me and Chizzy
Don't use
were
my brain against me.
sitting playing Sonic Team Racing for the YouTube channel, and not while we were recording. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and we were just sitting talking about music and stuff like that. And in Sonic games, now, not every Sonic game is a hit. Let's be real. Some of them are pretty fucking trash, but
2006.
they will always kill it on the music every single time. Because they just like Crush 40, man. They're good. They're good at making Sonic music. I don't think the music's particularly good outside of a Sonic game. I don't think it'd be one of these things to have on my phone. But
Yeah, listen to it on the.
when you think about it,
Dreamcast.
right? So Sonic Adventure
In-game.
2 came out on the Dreamcast. Okay, so that was a long ass fucking time ago, and still people are singing City Escape. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Still.
That's a great tune.
So, if that doesn't show you staying power, I don't know what does. And it goes to a testament of like the. There you go.
Oh, you set him up.
It's a good Sonic games have always had good music. So one thing you can rely on for Sonic games is that it'll at least always sound good.
Yeah, even if they don't play good, and you can accelerate uphill.
Just as a small tangent, but also related. Are we all looking forward to the now finished Sonic redesign for the movie? It's
Oh,
been
have they finished
it's
it?
it's been finished.
Hopeful, yeah.
It's been
Has it been
finished.
Finalized.
They haven't
Not
revealed it yet,
announced. Not yet announced, though.
which means they're
That would
shit.
be worse, isn't it?
Which means they're shitting bricks.
They should be.
Bob, they can't make it any fucking worse.
Don't say that. They probably
Hope
could.
not.
The only way they could make it worse is to literally draw him as Sonic. The fucking shitty MS Paint one.
That would be better.
For hilarity's sake, yeah, it would be better, but
They should do a live action Sonic where they just have a blue painted hedgehog.
or
Like, they
90s
just,
90s cartoon Sonic that's a cocky little dickhead.
I thought he was
Hell
always
yeah.
cocky.
Oh, he's worse than the cartoon, man. He's way
Is he?
worse. Oh, yeah.
He's always been one of those mouthy heroes, though.
Yeah, but he's just a cocky little dick in 90s cartoons. It's funny. It's yeah. So Bastion will always be there. FTL will always hold something. Some of the music from Devil May Cry. I don't know what else. Like
Devil May Cry was good.
if you asked Callum, he would go with Final Fantasy. I think he's got pretty much because they just put all of their music up to Spotify. So all of the soundtracks from all of the games is now up on Spotify for Final Fantasy. So
I listen to Skyrim on Spotify.
he's got all that shit on there. Some of the Zelda games, not all of them, because I'm not being a big fan of all of the soundtracks. That's kind of me.
Flying
That's
ant
Spotify.
swarm in southern England picked up by weather radar.
What?
Nice. That's in the news,
A
apparently.
mass of flying
And that's
ants.
Matt with the news.
A mass of flying ants swarming in southern England was so dense that it was picked up by the weather radar and mistaken for rain.
And now for news at 10:37. Here's your host.
And now
Matthew.
you should stay the fuck away from Southern England. Jesus. That's horrifying. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's a lot of bugs.
You just buy one of Elon Musk's flamethrowers and it'll be reet, won't it?
We'll be EDF in it in no time.
Be idiot.
EDF.
yeah.
EDF. I introduced somebody to EDF
Mm.
the other day.
Me. Oh,
No,
not me.
no. The other day, it was last week. I had a small sort of business meeting as a collaboration, and while we were just sitting chatting, I was like, I had the PS4 on because he was messing around with VR. It was the first time using VR, and I goes, "Have you played EDF?" you know, in that like I'm about to change your world kind of way that I was just like, "Have you played it?" And he was like,
And he was
"No."
like, what?
So I and then he started asking questions, and all I said to him was Japan. For every question that he had, the answer was Japan. So he says, I don't understand. I said, Japan. Why is it Japan? And he couldn't. Isn't the EDL? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I introduced him to it, and I said, I guarantee you that even if you don't go home right now and buy it, you'll pick it up the next time you see it on sale. I was like, it's a bad game, but it's the best game, and I love them. This is the shut your brain off and do shit kind of game.
I've always thought of it as the B movie of games.
Mm.
Like, it's so bad, it's good.
So I managed to get somebody else hooked on EDF, which is always a bonus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I had
Great.
a burger for lunch and it's haunting me now.
Oh goodness me, that's horrifying in
Pleasant.
itself, dude.
Soundtracks for you guys, then?
Minecraft, if I'm honest, because just the whole Minecraft
Yeah.
C4
Yes.
routine, so
They're very
it's
peaceful.
iconic,
It's very
and
peaceful as
yeah.
well.
calming.
Like
stuff
that normal overworld one that plays just the sort of
Mm.
soft melodic one. Yeah, I quite like that.
What's your favorite disc?
I don't do that stuff. Bob might, but I have no
Bob?
idea.
Hmm?
What's your favorite disc?
Favorite disc?
Minecraft discs, you know, music.
Oh, those ones.
I think I've only ever had one.
I have sat and listened through them, and I know that there is one that I particularly like, but I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look this up. Later.
Furry Team Cat is my favorite, dude. I
I
mean, one
think
is
that's-
called Cat. One is called
Yeah.
Cat, and two is just good.
Is it Melody?
I like it because it's got an animal in the
just-
name.
It's just good. So.
Favorite
And
art
it's
creature.
pigs.
Favorite art creature, obviously a Tech Rex that's called Grimlock.
A
Dodos.
wyvern. my lightning wyvern was insane, dude.
When we
I
played,
think-
we played on another server, and they all had wyverns, and I got basically the really low level one that no one wanted, and all I did with it was fly to the nearby beach and pick up dodos and bring them back.
I thought you said for a
The
moment
whole
you're gonna
time.
drop them from the air.
No, I just picked them up, and I named the one and I put them in this hut, and that was my entire contribution. And you had a limit on how many dinos you were allowed for each of your groups, and I was getting really close to that limit. 'Cause I had about 30 dodos, and the little like squirrel things. I had about 10 of those.
Nelly,
Whenever
you're
it's like,
gonna
you
love it when you actually get back onto Ark, because
Yeah.
I have a bird that Richard gave me, and he was like, if there's points there, just put them into movement speed. There was like 50
Yeah.
points, and I put it all into movement speed, so it now flies at 300%. So you're gonna be able to do
Oh
that
my god.
super quick. Just dodo grab, dodo grab, dodo grab.
Dodo, yeah.
Well, Richard sent me a picture of a unicorn. He was like, I got
Yeah.
a unicorn.
I had to help him get that because it kept running away from him. He was like,
Yeah.
pick me up, bring me kibble. Which I was like, he
Give
got me
more
a really,
Nardoberries.
he got me a really powerful tech dino. So I was like, I should probably go help him.
Come get them. Go get the unicorn.
He got you a unicorn apparently.
Oh, he got me a better one.
Yeah.
Yes.
On a more darker note, my mate would, when we played Ark, my mate would tame dodos, breed them, and then line them up and execute.
Jeez.
That's what you're meant to do.
I just kept them, and they all had really stupid names as well.
Find the tiny cutest one and shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. You'd name it Dodo number 1.
Execute line 4.
And if 2 of them bred, he would multiply the numbers. So it'd be like Dodo number 40, and then Dodo number like 6 bred. You'd multiply them. It'd be Dodo
People
number
tame Ovis,
240.
which are the sheep, to max level, to max their HP. So when you
Oh.
kill it, you get more meat.
Just making it for food. Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Oh.
Can we,
That's
That's
fair enough.
basically farming. Then.
Richard? Can we build an
Yeah, yeah.
abattoir and just
Industrial meat grinder.
I'm building a hut away from everyone else and just keeping all my dodos in it.
Well, yeah, that's
We'll
what we
find
did when
them,
we got to the-
Nelly. We'll find them.
when
I
we
can.
got to the-
I can
when we got
fly
to the
fast.
The handgun.
Predators kept attacking my hut, so everyone kept
Well,
having
no
to
wonder,
protect my hut
food.
when I wasn't online. Yeah, because there was just 30 dodos inside.
Hey, thank you, pre-built goat, for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated.
I mean,
Yay.
Very much.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the podcast so far, man. It's been pretty wild, but we're doing it.
We're trying. We're trying.
Trying. I remember one time when we were just chilling in our house, and at this point we'd set up a boat and put a decent amount of resources into it, and we were like on the coast from our base, and all of a sudden we saw a T-Rex approach our base, and we were like, "Shit, guys, what should we do?" And they were like, "Just stay on the boat. It can't touch us." And I was like, "But what about the base? The large structure that we built and we spend more resources on." He was like,
Just let it
"But
go,
the
man.
boat." yeah, but Matt, the boat. And I was like, that was scary. It was at night as well.
Houseboats. It's the new
Yeah,
thing,
houseboats
isn't
are
it?
actually
Yeah,
insane.
houseboats.
Houseboats are insane. So we had like little planks that we'd park trikes on. So little essentially piers at this point that you'd have gangplanks, and you'd park it on land, and then you somehow like move the triceratops onto the little plank, and when you were sailing on the ocean you would pray that it wouldn't move.
Stay, boy.
You would pray, because otherwise a leviathan's gonna get it and it's not gonna be good.
I fell off my bird in the water, and then
Oh,
got attacked
God.
by like a megalodon or some shit.
Yeah, have fun.
It's just this. Oh wait, Richard's playing Ark. You can't see that on Discord, but it's there.
Have fun.
Yeah, I got attacked by that, and I was like, "There's this giant fucking fish at my feet, and I'm trying to get back on my bird, but it's just too high that I can't. So now I've
That
got to
happened to
swim
me.
to the coast, and then whistle the bitch over, and then it just, because it flies so fast, it just flies over my head. So I'm just like rapidly tapping E to climb back on this thing. And then I'd get on it, and then I would hit E again, so it would jump off it immediately, and it would just sit over the water looking at me, just like, ha, fuck you. Couldn't get back on the thing, just taunting me as it was fucking.
It's what do you
And then you
expect?
died.
You replaced it with a big giant shark. It was sad. It was like, fine, play with your new friend.
Play. It doesn't know. It's a pterodon or whatever. Wait till you go deeper. Oh, dude. I've been deeper, dude. In the ocean. It's scary. It's scary.
So we're at 11:15. Has anybody got anything else?
I had thought of a
Argues.
soundtrack I like,
Oh.
Uh-huh.
You had an
Oh.
argue.
Which is?
and it's gone again.
What? What? Oh, it's mine.
I
Come on.
really need to get that buffer
Buffering
emote.
sign.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, what was I thinking about? Like the portal soundtracks, like
sounds
the
good,
end
yeah.
credits. Those are really good. There's a game that I was thinking about, and I was like, oh yeah, that soundtrack really resonates.
I'm just gonna look at my Steam library at this point.
Obviously, it doesn't resonate that much if you keep forgetting about it.
I
I
think
sometimes
Terraria-
forget.
Completely unrelated to.
Terraria's
games or
ambient
anything.
music is actually quite nice, if I'm
Yeah.
honest. Like,
Oh
the
yeah, that
ambient
was
in
it. It was when you
Terraria
start. No,
and
sorry,
then
man.
Stardew Valley both have really nice ambient.
Oh, I love. Yeah,
background music.
Stardew Valley's good.
Like not anything that's like that'll distract you or anything. It's just nice background stuff. So obviously it's
All the
like,
calm games are always just
yeah,
like
always have really nice
all the
background
farming
stuff.
things.
Until something wants to kill you.
Yeah, until an Eye of Chulu spawns and then you gotta fight it or something. Yeah.
Like we were saying with Minecraft, you know, until your
Yeah.
house goes bang.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Matt. An eye of what?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I've always
Cthulhu.
pronounced it yeah.
Cthulhu.
It's fine. I say vanilla,
Cthulhu.
so.
You what?
What? Vanilla.
There you go. Matt, you owe me.
Nelly just took a bullet for you. I just want you to know that.
I'm just googling how the hell you pronounce the word, dude.
Cthulhu?
honestly.
It's-
Yeah,
it's pronounced
I know,
Cthulhu.
I know it's literally written like that, but like
That is how you pronounce it.
I've literally always heard a different pronunciation from how it's spelled, which is why I've just said it. In a
CTH.
really weird
In that
way.
case, those people are
ULU.
wrong.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, I know, but like that's all I've ever heard is the point. Like obviously it's written like Cthulhu, and I've known it's literally written that way, and so it should technically sound that way. But no one I've ever heard who said that.
Never question the old gods. Yes, Nelly.
Matt, did you see that Richard asked you a question?
Did I see? How many hours you got in Ark? Oh shit! Let me have a look.
Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah, that's one thing. Second is if I actually click it, 89 hours in game, which isn't too much.
I
But
feel
having
like,
said that, most of it.
I feel
just
like
been
Richard's
playing
got an
on my laptop.
embarrassing amount of time in Ark.
Yeah, probably. Richard's got an
yeah.
embarrassing amount of time in a lot of games.
I played Ark when I could
You're
run.
welcome,
I played
Richard.
Ark on my laptop when I ran Overwatch on that laptop at like 15 FPS. So you can imagine how that reflected in Ark when it's an open world dinosaur game. So yeah, that's
Right.
where most of my hours went because I was just shitting it. Well, the computer was shitting it rather because of the frame. So
It was,
Yeah, I
it,
never-
it
like,
was,
what's it
and
called?
still is quite an intensive game.
yeah.
I have
like-
problems with it loading in.
Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
fucking Christ, Richard.
How though? I don't understand
He
how
has,
it's been that
he has
long.
so many hours
Wow.
and everything.
Like, I've
I'm
not
so
even hit
proud of
1,000
him.
hours in Siege, dude. Like, I've got 1,000 hours in Warframe and Dota 2, and that's it. And probably Minecraft, obviously. But that's it.
I've got
in Yeah, any game Minecraft is like is a tractor.
150.
Well, there is that one game.
No, I
that
think
you hate me
I
for.
think it's 150.
No, I'm sure it's like
Has-
300.
Eee. That's John's buffering noise. Dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Star Trek Online's 155. Borderlands is
Oh, that's
127.
it. Okay. That was bad.
I've been trying to
Mine
get
is-
Borderlands back to the top of that list, but it's
It's a hard.
I've al-
Yeah.
There we go. Look, you've got higher numbers in the chat now.
You think you're
Higher
at
numbers of
2k hours in Dota and CS? Oh my god, dude. You still
And-
share
and
both,
Richard-
that's fair enough.
And Rich is in there with 3k in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but it's WoW though, and
Yeah.
either you bash it or you
Time
don't.
sink.
Yeah, either you grind WoW and WoW is your life, or you don't play it at all. That's just how it
I would
is.
try
Either
to
dead
work out what I have the most hours in, but my PC will melt down.
break. Uh-oh.
shite.
I've
I know,
already,
I've-
I've lost Matt again. He's been completely still
No.
for a good like 20 minutes.
I'm fairly
if I do
certain
this?
for me, S
Is
tier.
it
would
working?
be-
Okay.
Yeah. I just
It's the
figured it
game
didn't
I
matter
have
too
the
much.
highest logged hours in.
Is-
Did you work out what your soundtrack was, or is your brain still buffering?
Yeah, no, I've got that now. So
Yeah.
actually, it's a specific tune from Minecraft, and it's the music for the end dimension.
Ah.
That
Ah.
long, slow, glitchy tune, which I love.
The Division
Gotcha.
2. Tom
Division
Clancy's.
Oh, one question before we go. What'd you pick up in Prime Day?
I didn't pick up anything because I'm poor.
Nothing. Yeah.
Bob,
This
you can't webcam your own camera.
I can get a
But he
mirror.
can jiggle it. He can
Yeah, you
jiggle
can
if he wants
no,
to.
technically you could. No, actually, no, you can't. Actually, can you?
Yeah,
He's gonna get a mirror.
the only thing I got.
He's
was
gonna get another camera.
he is, or a mirror. The only thing I got was Division
No.
2 because it was like 20 quid.
That's fair.
I was like, oh, I've
I
got
bought it full price, so.
decent tips.
Mm.
And not only was it 20 quid, it was the the limited edition as well. So
Oh right.
There we go.
sick.
He did get a mirror.
Hey, you got mirror. Everyone wave.
Yay!
So as you guys can see,
well, if
the camera.
there's nothing else, we'll close
Ah,
down
bye,
for now.
pre-built goat.
We'll be back in
No
2
bedtime.
weeks. my
Yeah, 2
friends.
weeks.
So we'll be back on the 31st of July. Oh, hey, Blue.
Hey, it's Blue.
It's good to see you, Blue. So, if that's us done, we'll end for tonight. I will begin re-uploading these to YouTube because I stopped for a while. But I'll start putting them back up again. They will probably go up. This doesn't need any editing, so I may even just upload it as soon as we're done. So it's just there.
Get a sort of an intro, perhaps, if it comes to it.
Yeah, Matt, I think you overestimate
That's-
my
that's-
editing abilities.
That's fair.
It'll get a thumbnail and put up. That's it. And I'll maybe cut the bit at the start where we're muted.
A thumbnail's
Oh,
something.
well, where you are
at the very
muted.
least.
Yeah. So we'll be back on the 31st of July with another podcast, and we will shift around who's hosting, and we'll make them shit bricks. So. I haven't. That's how he has it.
You spell, yeah, you've got Molnir.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh well, that could be fixed soon.
That could be fixed rather simply. Yeah, that's
No,
not
that is-
Mjolnir.
That is an N. It looks like an N, but it is an N. At the end.
Mojlnir.
Yeah,
I took it off your Twitter, so if that's what you've got spelled on Twitter, you've got it spelled wrong.
Let me
Is
check
it?
my Twitter. I'm sure my Twitter's correct.
No, it
there's
isn't. No, you've got it
there's-
wrong.
No, you've got the J
Yeah,
in the
you
wrong place.
got it wrong.
It's MJOL.
Can't be asked fixing it
NIR.
now.
Fix it for next time. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got time to do that.
Mm.
No, I think I might still have the project file kicking about, so I might be able to fix it.
Yeah, no, I've got it spelt correctly on my Twitter. That's fine.
I
I've been
can't
worried.
read then.
Did you not just copy and paste?
Yes,
Just
obviously.
you literally just copy and paste his Discord username, man.
Anyway,
Good spot, Richard. I didn't even see that.
so this week we've got there's another judgment tomorrow. There is Team Sonic Racing is up on the channel now, live at 9 o'clock, so we are almost done. So please now go watch that. If you want to hear the dulcet tones of myself and Christopher, the big Chiz Von Bastard, as he likes to go by sometimes. I'll come up with loads of different nicknames for him. So then tomorrow is Judgment. Friday will be Trackmania Turbo. Saturday will be another episode of Judgment. So there will be essentially content up 6 days a week, and it will be doubling in a couple of weeks because we'll have 2 story modes on the go. Yay for me. Chizzy is getting shown how to edit very soon, so that I don't have to do all of it. So yeah, that's it from YouTube. Podcast's back 2 weeks. That's kind of all I have to say. Bob, what you got?
More shameless plugs for my Twitter and my YouTubing, my mindless meanders in Minecraft. Yeah, so you can find me as Sorcerer Mjolnir on Twitter, and you'll
Spelled
see my
correctly.
videos. Yeah. In fact, can I just ping the link out in chat? There we go. I might set up a
my
second
face
Twitter.
is really itchy.
Oh, it's coincidence.
Wow.
Let him continue.
Yep. So, yeah, I've got another video this weekend, but the weekend after is the next scheduled release. I do it fortnightly releases, just because it keeps the pace nice and chill for myself. And yeah, I think that's about it from me. I'll give more updates on the Avian Rock project when I get more server bits online and running. Who's next?
Matthew.
So yeah, I've just been streaming this time as per normal. So I got one Friday evening. But now yeah, I'm mixing up stream schedules. I'm changing those, having a look at it again because I'm on a course next week essentially. So that's gonna change things up. So yeah, look forward and look at my Twitter for that for any details if you want to be up to date with that and stuff. But if not, yeah, I'll just see you all in the next video or the next podcast.
Nelly.
I sent you a picture. I sent a picture to the podcast chat in Discord. I never have anything to say, so this is my contribution. Let me know when you've got it.
What's up?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. You wanna know what it is?
Yeah, I know exactly what that is. That's is that a blood smear?
No, it's cat pee.
Oh, it shouldn't look like that, should it?
No, it's pretty cat pee. It's got a lot of crystals in it.
Yeah, it shouldn't have crystals. That's unhealthy for.
Yeah,
for a
that's
cat.
an unhealthy cat pee.
Just
to
a
be fair.
bit.
But it was pretty. And that's what I did today at work. Actually, I did a lot of other things at work, but that was the pretty thing that I did at work. No one wants to see the other stuff.
Well, actually, I'll show that to Stephanie because she'll actually be quite interested. 'Cause she does a lot of microscopy and what's the word?
Stuff.
Cytology.
Yeah,
That's the word.
histology and stuff. Yeah.
Stuff would have just done it.
That was a bad case of cystitis. It's a kitty cat that ended up in hospital. It's the one, I said there was that cat that kept me at work till 9:30.
Yeah.
It's that cat. But
Oh,
it's that
no.
cat today. This cat isn't better. He's fine. He's at home, but he ended up in
You'd
hospital
hope
for a couple
so.
of days. Yeah. So he's in hospital for a couple of days, but that was his pee today, and I just thought it was interesting.
And on
If
that
the
note,
podcast went quiet, that was one of my subjects.
and on that note, I can't believe we're ending on cat piss.
It's better than obese insects.
Normally I have
No,
nothing.
no, I'd take fat insects over cat piss.
I thought it was pretty.
Me and you need to have a private discussion about why you find cat pee pretty.
It's
John,
purple.
she's a veterinary nurse,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh,
What, are
okay.
they all
something-
just psychopaths that like piss? Is that-
Yeah.
It's not just pee.
Literally.
This is the thing. Like, half of Stephanie's photos are like things from her work, and if
It's always
you
gross
didn't know
things.
she was a veterinary nurse, you'd think she was a killer.
We amputated a cat's tail, and literally everyone took photos with it. We're
It's
weird.
just a different
We're
breed of
very
people,
strange.
vets.
We're
Veterinary
very
people.
strange people.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
Uh,
Bye.